Yeah. The afternoon hides behind the buildings, where clouds paint the sky in gray. I'm driving without chasing a destination, letting the road decide the way. Raindrops slide across the window, like stories returning unannounced. Some bring forgotten smiles, others dreams I'm still reaching for. For a moment everything stands still, the noise of the world fades away. Just the engine, the rain, and my thoughts floating softly through the city. Every drop paints a memory, every street holds a version of me. Rain on the window, city lights dancing on the glass while the world keeps moving. I learned how to breathe at last. Rain on the window, stories time never erased. I'm not sad this afternoon, just grateful for every page. I remember people who felt like shelter and others who came to teach. Some stayed only for a moment, yet left lessons within reach. The rain falls with the same patience as the years passing by, reminding me that everything changes, but something always begins again. Not every dream has arrived yet, but they're still alive inside, like reflections glowing on wet streets, waiting for their time to shine. Maybe life was never meant to be perfect, maybe it was simply meant to be lived. One curve, one song, one rainy afternoon at a time. Rain on the window, city lights dancing on the glass while the world keeps moving. I learned how to breathe at last. Rain on the window, stories time never erased. I'm not sad this afternoon, just grateful for every page. The rain keeps falling, the city keeps glowing, and I keep moving forward, no rush, but never standing still. The city's far behind, now it's only lights reflecting on the pavement through the night. I don't rush, I don't race, I don't chase time. I learned the greatest things grow with time. Yeah, hands on the wheel, eyes on the road. Music playing while my thoughts unfold. There were nights I doubted I'd arrive. Now I'm still moving, still alive. Every mile carries a lesson learned. Every curve showed me where to turn. And even though I got a long way to go, I'm no longer afraid of what I don't know. After midnight, everything feels possible. The rain falls slowly, but my vision stays unstoppable. After midnight, dreams speak a little louder. And even if the road is long, I know exactly where I'm going. Raindrops hit the glass like silent applause, reminding me of victories and scars. People came and people went away. Some helped build me when they couldn't stay. Now I understand things I couldn't before. Patience is courage at its core. Nobody sees the work behind the scene, they only notice when you're living the dream. The night reminds me everything takes time. That anxiety can blur the climb. And while the city lights fade in the rear view, my future feels a little closer in view. After midnight, everything feels possible. The rain falls slowly, but my vision stays unstoppable. Yeah. After midnight, dreams speak a little louder. And even if the road is long, I know exactly where I'm going. Yeah, yeah. Maybe tomorrow everything changes shape. Maybe some plans drift away, but one thing inside will always remain: the hunger to grow again and again. Because freedom wasn't reaching first place, it was driving peacefully at my own pace. No need to prove a thing anymore. Real success starts when you know what you're fighting for. And while the engine keeps the rhythm alive, I realize life isn't waiting behind, it's calling me forward, mile by mile, dream by dream. The road is still open, the rain keeps falling, and my goals are still burning. After midnight, everything feels clearer. The rain just passed. The city is still glowing, and some memories never really learned how to leave. The streets look like mirrors after the storm, neon lights painting colors on the floor. I'm walking slowly through smoke and reflections, while the city replays old connections. I see a shadow in empty store displays and coffee shops where we spend entire days. Promises that sounded forever back then, now they photographs preserved by time again. Funny how memory works in the end. Forgets details but remembers where you've been. It may erase the date of goodbye, but never the feeling of how it changed your life. Neon ghosts dancing on the rain-soaked streets, colored lights over frozen memories. Neon ghosts, they don't return to hurt, they only visit some nights to remind me of my worth. Yeah. Months have passed, maybe even years. The city changed, but some memories stayed here. Same avenues, same skyline view. But now I understand things I never knew. I learned that love doesn't guarantee forever, and some stories exist to make you better. The beauty of something isn't measured by time. Some perfect moments are only meant to shine. And while the taxis move through the rain, I think about the dreams we used to name. Some disappeared, some survived, only now they walk by my side. Neon ghosts dancing on the rain-soaked streets, yeah. Colored lights over frozen memories. Neon ghosts, they don't return to hurt, they only visit some nights to remind me of my worth. I don't miss you anymore, I miss the version of me that existed with you. But that version helped build the person I became. The rain keeps falling softly on the glass. The city feels like a movie that forever lasts. And while the lights disappear in the distance, I realize nostalgia has its own elegance. Not every memory should disappear. Some simply change their meaning through the years. And although time keeps moving ahead, some beautiful moments deserve to be kept. Not as a wound, not as an obsession, but like a song you've memorized and still play because of the emotion. The neon lights are still shining, the night is still breathing, and some memories never leave. They simply learn how to glow from afar. I've watched dreams fall like rain onto the pavement. Plans that felt certain disappear in a moment. Promises time decided to take away, and roads that ended before they found their way. There were nights I thought it was the end, when everything I built seemed ready to bend. But the city never stopped for me, And I realized I couldn't stop either, because losing doesn't always mean defeat. Sometimes it's learning to adjust your feet. Change the route but keep the vision alive. Keep moving forward and continue to strive. The lights keep shining, even when some dreams fade away. The city keeps breathing, and I keep walking, because no matter how many times I fall, I still have reasons to stand tall. The lights keep shining, and I keep walking. Yeah, I watch skyscrapers touching the dark sky, and remember everything I promised I'd try. Some goals change their shape with time, others survived every storm and climb. Life taught me not everything goes right, but it also taught me there's always another light. Patience matters more than speed. Consistency becomes everything you need. Now I walk with less ego and more truth. Less need to impress, more proof. Because real success isn't being first, it's believing when nobody else does. The lights keep shining, even when some dreams fade away. The city keeps breathing, and I keep walking, because no matter how many times I fall, I still have reasons to stand tall. The lights keep shining, and I keep walking. Maybe I'm not where I imagined, but I'm not who I used to be, and that's progress too, yeah. Lost opportunities no longer chase me. They became chapters that helped shape me. Mistakes stopped being enemies, they became teachers walking beside me. And while the city keeps writing stories, I keep building mine without excuses. Because dreams may break into pieces, but determination never truly loses. So I lift my eyes toward the skyline, watching thousands of lights break through the night. And I realize there's still a road ahead, still a fire burning, still a destiny waiting. The city never sleeps, and neither do my dreams. Some of them changed, but none of them died. Yeah. It's 3 in the morning and everything is still. The only conversation is the one inside my head. Empty streets look like frozen photographs, like time itself decided to take a breath. I stare at distant lights outside my window, thinking about every version of me I've outgrown. Decisions that changed the direction of my road, mistakes that eventually became lessons to hold. There are questions I still can't explain, dreams still growing somewhere in my brain. And for the first time I don't mind not knowing, because understanding is slowly showing. At 3 in the morning, the truth speaks louder. No noise, no masks, just what you're really feeling. At 3 in the morning, I discover parts of me that hide during the daylight, but tonight want to be free. I think about chances I let slip away, and the ones that might still come someday. Because life was never meant to be a straight line, it's always been turns, detours, and time. Anxiety wants to write the whole script, but the present reminds me not to quit. I don't need to control every chapter ahead, just write the next one instead. And while the clock keeps moving slow, I find peace in letting go. Like the night is whispering in my ear, there's still a long road from here. At 3 in the morning, the truth speaks louder. No noise, no mask, just what you're really feeling. At 3 in the morning, I discover parts of me that hide during the daylight, but tonight want to be free. Maybe I don't need all the answers. Maybe growth means accepting some questions. I don't fight my thoughts anymore. I listen to them like never before. Cause even my doubts have something to teach. If I give them space to speak, the night becomes a temporary home. A place where I can truly be alone. No expectations, nothing to prove. Just me learning how to improve. And when the sunrise comes again, I'll go back chasing dreams once more. But tonight belongs to me. And for the first time, that's enough. At 3 in the morning, the truth speaks louder. No noise, no masks, just what you're really feeling. At 3 in the morning, I discover parts of me that hide during the daylight. But tonight, want to be free. 3 a.m. The city is still sleeping, and I'm still finding myself. One thought at a time. The rain just settled on the concrete streets. Neon lights turning reality into a dream. Blue, violet, pink across the pavement glow. Like I'm walking through a memory I never knew. Trains crossing the skyline between giant towers. Screens illuminating faces through endless hours. And even though millions of people surround me, tonight feels strangely personal and free. No destination and I don't need one. Some adventures begin when you stop trying to run. Every corner reveals something new. Like the city itself is watching you. Neon horizons, beyond everything I can see. Neon horizons, versions of myself waiting for me. Between stations and lights, between dreams and city nights. I'm not lost inside this town. I'm discovering who I can become. A coffee shop open while time stands still. Music escaping windows beyond the hill. Hidden alleyways filled with mystery. Invisible stories moving quietly. And I realize while I keep walking, freedom isn't always arriving somewhere. Sometimes it's simply exploring without needing to know where. Because for years I chased answers everywhere, and this city taught me better questions. Not to confuse me, but to expand me. Neon horizons, beyond everything I can see. Neon horizons, versions of myself waiting for me. Between stations and lights, between dreams and city nights. I'm not lost inside this town. I'm discovering who I can become. Maybe the future isn't a place. Maybe it's a mindset. The skyscrapers reflect possibilities like giant mirrors of alternate realities. And while I stare at the artificial skyline, I feel something deeply human inside. The excitement of beginning again, of discovering unfamiliar roads. Understanding that growth isn't always arriving. Sometimes it's simply daring to go. And although the night feels endless, every step lights another piece of my existence. Because among millions of glowing lights, I found one brighter than them all. The one inside me. The city stays awake, the trains keep moving, the neon keeps shining, and so do I. Welcome to the future. Future, future, future. The lamp barely lights the room tonight. Shadows moving slowly across the walls. The smoke rises gently, as if it knows the way, disappearing into the ceiling like forgotten dreams. Outside the window, distant city lights glow, like stars trapped inside another world. And sitting here with nowhere to rush, I finally hear what I've been avoiding. Because during the day everything moves too fast, the voices, the goals, the endless motion. But after midnight everything slows down and the mind finally finds room to breathe. Smoke in silence, nothing left to prove. Smoke in silence, just learning how to observe. The night asks nothing from me, it simply lets me exist. And inside the silence I discover things the noise would never let me hear. Smoke inside. Every exhale carries away a little weight, an old thought, a doubt, a piece of stress. They don't disappear, and maybe they don't need to. I'm simply learning to understand them instead of trying to defeat them. Cause peace was never the absence of problems, it was learning how to live beside them. And while the smoke paints shapes in the air, I begin to understand things I couldn't before. Like not needing every answer right now, or controlling tomorrow to enjoy tonight. Life isn't a test you have to pass, it's a landscape you're meant to admire. Smoke in silence, nothing left to prove. Smoke in silence, just learning how to observe. The night asks nothing from me, it simply lets me exist. And inside the silence I discover things the noise would never let me hear. Smoke in silence. Maybe solitude was never the problem. Maybe the problem was not knowing how to enjoy it. The hours move slowly, but they don't feel heavy, like leaves floating down a quiet stream. The city is still alive somewhere outside, but in here I found something different. Not happiness, not sadness, something harder to explain. The calm that comes from accepting who I am without needing to fix everything tonight. And while I watch the smoke disappear, some worries disappear with it. Not because they're solved, but because they no longer control me. The city keeps shining, the smoke keeps floating, and I'm still here, at peace, for now. And that's enough. Yo, there were moments when I thought it was the end, when everything I built began to bend. Yeah, plans I created disappeared in the wind, leaving only silence and questions within. People who promised they'd always stay eventually became memories that faded away. Dreams that once felt close enough to touch slipped through my fingers a little too much. And yeah, there were nights I questioned if I should continue, when the weight of mistakes felt impossible to move through. But something inside me never died, a quiet voice that always survived. Now I watch the sunrise paint the sky and understand things I couldn't before, that losing can also be part of winning, because some lessons only arrive through falling. One more chance, that's all I really need. One more chance to write a different story. One more chance, not to change the past, but to prove to myself that I'm not finished yet. Life never promised to be easy, but it never promised to be empty either. Every scar contains a direction, every failure carries information. I no longer fight what used to be, I appreciate the lessons and keep moving, because the past doesn't decide who I'll become, it only explains where I came from. Maybe the difference between quitting and succeeding is simply trying one more time. I still have goals to achieve, I still have stories to tell. One more chance, that's all I really need. One more reached yet. The first light reaches the horizon, reminding me there's always another perspective. Every ending holds a new beginning, every goodbye creates room for something new. There's still fire inside my heart, and as long as hope exists, so does direction. So I take a breath and start walking again, without certainty but with determination. Because I realize something watching the sunrise. As long as you're alive, it's never too late to evolve. One more chance, that's all I really need. One more chance to write a different story. One more chance, not to change the past, but to prove to myself that I'm not finished yet. The night is over, but my story isn't. One more chance, and this time I'm gonna use it. Feels endless, yeah. Yeah. White lines disappear beneath my wheels, like pages from a story still being written. No traffic, no noise, no pressure tonight, just the engine keeping rhythm with my mind. The moon lights up the empty road ahead, like in no secrets I haven't lived yet. And while I keep moving without looking back, doubt fades away and calm takes its place. I think about everything I still want to build, places I haven't seen and goals unfulfilled. Because some dreams need distance and time for the mind to realize why they matter. Moonlight highway, mile after mile. Moonlight highway, closer than I realized. Moonlight highway, mile after mile. Moonlight highway, I'm not who I was. Yeah. The night has a strange way of speaking, when the world slows down enough to listen. Ideas I couldn't find during the day appear now like stars across the waves. Every curve feels like possibility, every exit another reality. And I realize moving forward isn't always arriving. Sometimes it's simply continuing, because the horizon never stays still. Just like dreams when you follow them for real. And even when I can't see everything clearly, direction matters more than speed. Moonlight highway, mile after mile. Moonlight highway, closer than I realized. Moonlight highway, mile after mile. Moonlight highway, I'm not who I was. Yeah. Maybe this road isn't taking me somewhere. Maybe it's turning me into someone. The city lights disappeared long ago. Now it's just the moon and my thoughts. And for the first time in a long while, that's enough to make me feel alive. I don't need answers for every question or guarantees about what's next, just the certainty that I'm still moving, even when the map isn't complete. Because every mile leaves a lesson, every night fuels hope. And while the engine keeps humming, my vision of the future becomes more real. Moonlight highway, mile after mile. Moonlight highway, closer than I realized. Moonlight highway, mile after mile. Moonlight highway, I'm not who I was. The road stays open, the moon keeps shining, and my dreams keep moving forward. Moonlight highway, there's still a long way to go. The room looks the same, but something has changed. The same memories don't carry the same weight. The shadows that felt giant in the dark grow smaller beneath the golden dawn. Yeah. There were questions I couldn't answer, thoughts spinning endlessly through the hours. But I learned that everything needs a reason. Sometimes healing means letting go. And as I watch the sky change colors, I feel the pain slowly leaving. Not because it suddenly disappears, but because I learned how to walk with it. Golden hour after midnight, after the storm comes clarity. Golden hour after midnight, peace finds its place. The scars haven't disappeared, but they no longer guide my direction. And for the first time in a long time, I feel peace inside my heart. Yeah. The city slowly wakes outside, as if it's starting over too. The buildings reflect the first sunlight, and the horizon writes a new chapter. I think about every night I survived, every time I doubted I'd make it through. Now every breath feels different, like the future is patiently waiting. Because life doesn't always give quick answers. Sometimes it leaves small signs instead of sunrise. A quiet moment, one more reason to keep moving. Golden hour after midnight, after the storm comes clarity. Golden hour after midnight, peace finds its place. The scars haven't disappeared, but they no longer guide my direction. And for the first time in a long time, I feel peace inside my heart. Maybe victory was never avoiding the storm. Maybe victory was learning how to walk through it. Now I understand growth can hurt, that some goodbyes arrive to make you stronger. That uncertainty isn't always an enemy. Sometimes it's the doorway to a new life. And while the sunlight covers everything I see, I'm grateful for every battle that shaped me. Because without the darkness of that night, I would never have appreciated this sunrise. I'm not perfect, I don't have every answer, but I'm still here, and that's already a blessing. Golden hour after midnight, after the storm comes clarity. Golden hour after midnight, peace finds its place. The scars haven't disappeared, but they no longer guide my direction. And for the first time in a long time, I feel peace inside my heart. The night is over, peace arrives slowly, like sunlight after midnight. Golden hour after midnight. Rain on windows, soft rose piano, vinyl crackle. Rain falls outside on empty streets. Inside I'm still building my dreams. No applause, no recognition, just a vision driving every decision. The screen lights up the room tonight, while I organize ideas under dim light. Because dreams aren't built by talking loud, they're built working when no one's around. Yeah, I'm tired, of course I am, but purpose weighs more than exhaustion can. Hustle in the rain while the world sleeps. Hustle in the rain while the clock keeps moving. The rain falls on the glass tonight, but it can't dim my inner light. Drop by drop, night after night. Yeah. Many want rewards without the process, want the summit without the climb. But I learned everything valuable takes time. Like a strong tree growing quietly. The raindrops tap against the window with the beat, like they're saying keep going, don't retreat. And even if results aren't visible yet, I know every effort leaves a footprint, because discipline means doing what's right, even when nobody's watching. Hustle in the rain, while the world sleeps. Hustle in the rain, while the clock keeps moving. The rain falls on the glass tonight, but it can't dim my inner light. Drop by drop, night after night. Motivation comes and goes, discipline stays. One day people may see the results, but they'll never see the nights that built them. They won't see the doubts I overcame, or the times I chose persistence over comfort. And that's okay, I don't need recognition, because the real reward is growth. Becoming someone strong enough to carry everything I once dreamed about. So while the rain keeps falling, I'll keep moving forward. Hustle in the rain, while the world sleeps. Hustle in the rain, while the clock keeps moving. The rain falls on the glass tonight, but it can't dim my inner light. Drop by drop, night after night. The city is still asleep. The rain keeps falling, and I'm still working. One step closer. Hustle in the rain. The sun disappears behind the skyline, painting the horizon with impossible colors. Purple, pink, and blue blending together, like the universe taking its time. The city is still alive beneath my feet, but somehow everything feels slower. Cars move like rivers of light, while the sky reminds me everything has meaning. And I start watching the clock for a moment, because some moments are worth more than time. You can't buy them, you can't save them, you can only live them before they disappear. Purple skies shining over the city tonight. Purple skies, everything feels alive. The stress of the day keeps fading away, while the horizon slowly changes shape. And for a moment I find clarity under these purple skies. I think about everything this day contains, small victories and silent battles, conversations that left their mark and opportunities still waiting ahead. Because life isn't measured only by achievements, it's also measured by moments appreciated. And the sky reminds me without saying a word that beauty exists even when you're not searching. Windows reflect the final sunlight like mirrors filled with dreams and possibilities. And while the shadows begin to grow, I feel there's still so much left to create. Purple skies shining over the city tonight. Purple skies, everything feels alive. The stress of the day keeps fading away, while the horizon slowly changes shape. And for a moment I find clarity under these purple skies. Maybe happiness isn't about going farther. Maybe it's learning how to appreciate moments like this. The night begins writing its story, but traces of color remain in memory. The sky slowly fades into darkness, closing another beautiful chapter. And while the city lights awaken, my thoughts begin finding answers. Not all of them, only the ones I need, enough to keep moving tomorrow. Because every sunset carries a lesson, that every ending is also a beginning. And even though this moment won't last, I'll always remember these purple skies. The sky changes, the city breathes, the night arrives, and I smile purple skies. The phone light glows against my face, while the night stays silent beyond the window. I scroll through forgotten conversations, like an archaeologist digging through old civilizations. Emojis, photos, plans, and songs, tiny pieces of people we've become. Simple words that carry different weight now, because time changed their meaning somehow. Some messages still make me smile, others remind me why I had to move on. It's strange how a screen can hold more emotions than it can ever show. For just a second I'm back there, in those late nights when everything felt endless, when we swore we'd never change without knowing how much we would. And even though time took us different ways, I can still feel the life that lived between those lines. I keep reading without searching for answers, just observing what the tide left behind. I'm not trying to return anymore, just understanding how I reached this side. These conversations feel like photographs, capturing moments that can never return. But instead of sadness, I feel gratitude, because every memory helped shape me too. Some promises were meant to break, some roads were meant to disappear, and some people arrive only to teach what you need before moving forward. The rain keeps falling, the screen keeps glowing, and for the first time I don't feel empty, just distant. For just a second I'm back there, in those late nights when everything felt endless, when we swore we'd never change without knowing how much we would. And even though time took us different ways, I can still feel the life that lived between those lines. Maybe memories never disappear, they simply learn how to stay quiet until one random night they come back to say hello. I close the chat and set down my phone. The room becomes silent once again. That person no longer belongs to my present, but I don't need to erase them either, because growth isn't always forgetting. Sometimes it's remembering without hurting, understanding that what once meant everything can finally rest peacefully. The rain keeps falling outside as if the world is breathing slowly, and I smile because I don't miss what was. I'm just grateful it happened. Old messages, old versions, old people. I went for a walk because my mind felt crowded. Too many questions, moving around uninvited. The last few days weighed heavier than usual, like my soul was carrying an open suitcase. The moon hung quietly above the skyline, without rushing, without trying to impress anyone. And I thought, maybe peace looks like that, existing without carrying the whole world. Because I spent years trying to fix everything, when some things simply need rest. And as the cold air touches my skin, something inside begins to loosen. Let it go, you don't have to carry everything. Let it go, you don't have to understand everything. Breathe, the night knows how to heal too. Breathe, tomorrow will begin again. I sit by the window watching the city. The distant lights seem to speak, not through words but through presence, as if reminding me life keeps its rhythm. Some wounds haven't disappeared yet, but they no longer control everything. I used to hand them the keys to my direction. Now they only occupy part of the room, and that's progress too, even if nobody celebrates it. Because healing isn't always moving forward quickly. Sometimes it's simply stopping the retreat. The moon never promised me answers, only company. And tonight, that's enough. Let it go. You don't have to carry everything. Let it go. You don't have to understand everything. Breathe. The night knows how to heal too. Breathe. Tomorrow will begin again. Maybe the strongest version of yourself isn't the one who survives the most pain. Maybe it's the one who learns how to stop fighting every emotion. Yeah. Little by little the noise fades away, like rain disappearing after a storm. And where anxiety once lived, I find space. Space to think, space to feel, space to simply exist. Because the moon keeps shining, even when nobody notices. And I can keep shining too, even while I'm still healing. I don't need to be complete tonight. I only need to keep growing, and that's enough. The moon is still there, the wounds are still healing, and I'm still moving forward. Slowly, but forward. Moonlight Therapy. It's the cold air, distant lights paint pathways across the skyline. The night was long, but it doesn't feel heavy anymore. Because some battles in the moment you accept them. I think about the people who once stayed, the promises time couldn't keep, the dreams that changed direction. And every older version of my heart, I don't feel anger, I don't feel pain, only the calm that comes after the storm. Like the ocean settling back into place after fighting waves all night long. Some stories don't need to come back, some chapters deserve silence. What was, what comes in tonight. I finally learned how to let go. The final ember glows for a moment, like memories still crossing through my mind. Not to trap me, not to stop me, only to remind me how far I've come. Because growth also means saying goodbye to habits, ideas, and old ways of surviving. Some roads become too small when your dreams begin to grow larger. And even though the past will always have a place, it no longer lives here, it only visits sometimes. Now I understand something I couldn't before. Nostalgia doesn't have to be a prison. The sky is starting to change colors, and so am I. Some stories don't need to come back, some chapters deserve silence. What was, what comes in tonight. I finally learned how to let go. I'm not losing a part of myself, I'm making room for who I'm becoming. The first sunlight reaches the horizon, like the future gently knocking at my door. And for the first time in a long time, I'm not afraid to answer, because I survived my own doubts, my mistakes, and my darkest nights. And if I made it this far, I can go even farther. The city slowly wakes beneath the sunrise, while I watch this chapter close, not with sadness, not with regret, but with gratitude. The night is over, the story continues, and I keep walking, lighter, freer, more myself. Last cigarette. Windows go dark one by one, like stars fading before the moon. Silence takes over the avenue while I'm still writing another page of my life. No audience, no recognition, just a vision driving every decision. The screen lights up my thoughts and every idea becomes a foundation. Because I learned success doesn't arrive when luck decides to show up. It arrives when you keep building, long after others stop trying. While they dream, I'm building. While they rest, I'm moving. Not because I have to, because I chose to. And every quiet night brings me closer to my vision. Yeah, I'm tired, of course I am, but purpose weighs more than exhaustion. Every hour invested a night is a letter sent to my future self. The rain taps softly against the glass, like a metronome keeping time, and every drop seems to whisper every great tree started small. So I keep going, even when results aren't visible yet. I keep going, even when nobody understands, because some journeys require faith before they provide proof. Discipline doesn't make noise, but it changes destinies. While they dream, I'm building. While they rest, I'm moving. Not because I have to, because I chose to. And every quiet night brings me closer to my vision. One day they'll call it luck, but luck was never here at 3 a.m. Yeah, the clock keeps moving slowly, but so do I. Doubt still visits sometimes, but they no longer make decisions for me. Because I learned real dreams aren't sustained by inspiration alone. They're sustained by consistency when motivation disappears. And while the sunrise waits beyond the horizon, I keep planting what I hope to harvest. Because the future I imagine isn't an accident, it's built from thousands of nights like this. The city is still sleeping, the rain keeps falling, and I'm still creating because dreams. I used to fear the silence. Now I listen to it like an old friend. Yeah, I remember nights when my room felt huge, when every thought found somewhere to hide. The phone sitting quietly on the table while my mind created stories that never happened. I used to think being alone meant losing, that happiness depended on someone else, until one day I realized something different. Peace can also come from within, and it felt strange at first, like learning how to walk again, discovering that my own company was worth something too. If I could talk to who I used to be, I say, don't be afraid of the silence, because that's where I found my answers. I wasn't alone, I was growing. The morning started feeling different, less noise, more purpose. I began building habits in private, while others searched for distractions. I learned to enjoy coffee by myself, to take walks without needing company, to celebrate small victories, even when nobody else saw them. And little by little I realized solitude wasn't an empty room, it was a workshop where I was building a new version of myself. The wounds didn't disappear overnight, but they stopped controlling my direction. If I could talk to who I used to be, I'd say, don't be afraid of the silence, because that's where I found my answers. I wasn't alone, I was growing. Some people arrive to accompany you, and some seasons arrive to transform you. Now I look back with gratitude, because those difficult nights had a purpose. They taught me to trust my intuition, to believe in myself when nobody understood the vision. I still enjoy being around people, but I no longer needed to feel complete, because I learned true strength is finding peace within yourself. And while the world keeps making noise outside, I found something better in here. Clarity, direction, and a stronger version of who I am. The avenues glow like rivers of neon, while the night paints out across the skyline. The skyscrapers seem to touch the stars like giant dreams refusing to fall. A cool breeze moves across the rooftop, and for a moment everything slows down. Millions of people writing their stories, while I stare at the horizon, shaping mine. Because there's something special about this view. Problems seem smaller from a distance, and goals that once felt far away now look like lights waiting for me. Look at the city shining, like it already knows my plans. Thousands of lights away, thousands of reasons to keep going. And even though I haven't arrived yet, this view reminds me of something. I'm on the right path. Yeah. Trains move through the night like energy lines. The city breathes with quiet elegance. Glass towers reflect possibilities, like mirrors showing different realities. I think about everything left behind, the doubts, mistakes, and anxious nights. And I smile because none of it was wasted. Every setback built something higher. Now I understand success isn't only arriving, it's enjoying what you're creating. And this city reminds me without speaking. Every time I stop to admire it, the night is young, and so are my dreams. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Look at the city shining, like it already knows my plans. Thousands of lights away, thousands of reasons to keep going. And even though I haven't arrived yet, this view reminds me of something. I'm on the right path. Maybe greatness was never in the destination. Maybe it was always in the journey. Yeah, the horizon feels endless tonight, just like the ideas filling my mind. The moon watches quietly above, a witness to everyone's ambitions. And while the city keeps moving below, I feel something inside moving too. Not with urgency, not with pressure, just with purpose. Because life changes when you realize you don't need to rush to progress. You only need to keep looking forward and keep building. The lights keep shining, the city keeps dreaming. Yeah. Yeah. I wasn't born with answers, and I definitely wasn't born with shortcuts. I simply learned how to turn pressure into confidence and obstacles into opportunities. While many search for reasons to stop, I searched for reasons to continue. There were days I questioned my direction, moments when fear wanted control. But I discovered something that changed everything. Wealth begins long before money arrives. It begins in habits nobody sees, and getting up when nobody expects you to, and studying one more hour, and believing before there's proof. I'm not chasing wealth, I'm building it. I'm not waiting for opportunity, I'm creating it. I don't dream about the future, I design it. And every day I become who I said I would be. Yeah, yeah. Laptop open, notebook full, ideas becoming strategies. Rain tapping softly on the windows while my mind explores possibilities. Because I learned money follows value, and value follows discipline. That quiet consistency always beats urgency. I don't need to prove anything online or convince anyone about my plans. Results speak a universal language, and eventually they arrive. People see success but rarely see the construction process. I'm not chasing wealth, I'm building it. I'm not waiting for opportunity, I'm creating it. I don't dream about the future, I design it. And every day I become who I said I would be. The bank account is a reflection, the mindset is the source. Yeah, I look at the city from above, gold lights reflecting off the skyline, thinking about every older version of me, the ones who wondered if this was possible. And I smile, because they learned eventually. Greatness never arrives overnight, it comes after thousands of small decisions made when nobody is watching. So I keep moving patiently, because true abundance has no anxiety. I know exactly where I'm going, even if I haven't arrived yet.